As most of the nation turns here for a decision on the future of healthcare reform, the people on this stage represent an industry no longer waiting for an answer.
We have no choice. It's here.
At a recent healthcare panel moderated by Alan Matkins attorney Gary McKittrick, industry leaders sounded off about the change already in motion.
Regardless of where the Supreme Court decision is going to go, large healthcare systems have already committed.
They refuse to hang on the sidelines while the political football is tossed around. Not with numbers like $4.6 trillion for healthcare spending by 2020 headed straight at them.
It's a big number. 20% of our GDP.
The cat's already out of the bag, at least in terms of cost containment. I think most systems, particularly what we're doing, is we're very focused on operating cost containment. That's the one thing that's going to stay regardless of what the Supreme Court does.
It starts with removing the clutter, taking everything out of the hospital that doesn't need to be there.
There's a lot of stuff that we're doing in the hospital at $1,000 a square foot to construct that's not a hospital service. So why are we making people do that? So the step one was sort of let's deconstruct the hospital. Let's get stuff out that doesn't belong there.
We call not just the retailing of medical office real estate, but putting these facilities where people are, where people live.
The head of development at Banner Healthcare was saying we want to be wherever Starbucks wants to be.
When that call comes in, are looking for more, out of the box type facilities, and they're not your traditional MLB, although that still does happen. It's more of a retail setting. It's repurpose of other types of real estate.
It has a lot of benefits. One is you can build it faster and deliver it cheaper in a different way.
Deconstructing expensive hospital space into a retail setting and giving consumers choices opens up possibilities on both sides of the coin, as hospitals start to realize it's not all about what's good for them.
We're starting to separate the words health care into health and care. It's a whole different mindset for a hospital. Why do we force our customers to go access care that way when in any other industry it would be completely unacceptable?
Containing cost also means consolidating. It's a reality forced on just about every other industry after the worst recession since the 20s.
How do we do more with less?
These changes are already kicking healthcare off its pedestal and right into the marketplace.
There's this one company out there now that is looking at developing a Travelocity site for healthcare. Creating the transparency in a marketplace, very similar to what other industries have.
The Affordable Care Act, its linchpin was supposed to be cost. It's really what we're talking about actually is a bigger picture, however. This is the delivery of the whole system.
It is a critical question about to take center stage with an aging demographic.
When you pair healthcare reform with the baby boomers, you're going to get a customer that's much more demanding and that is going to influence the system. We have received care, but now we're going to a group that will demand that care is delivered in a specific manner.
But an even greater ticking time bomb looms.
Today, 36% of the population is obese. If nothing changes, in the next 20 years, that'll be almost 50%.
We're going to age. We're going to have to live with the consequences of that. But this is the thing that I think health systems, with a finite amount of money, can probably have some pretty material impact.
And that impact can only take shape with a call to action by those on the front lines of healthcare who refuse to let a vital lifeline to the nation's stability self-destruct while waiting for reform.